Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Rover Auto's HQ. Today, guys, is Tuesday. Yep, it's Tuesday. I hope you had a great weekend. Bank holiday Monday yesterday. So, yeah, I hope that went okay for you guys. Fantastic for me. You know, it was really good. Family time. It was just chilled, but it just goes so quick. Just, yeah, but it is, you know, it is what it is. But today is going to be a bit of a strange one. It's not a salvage car. It's my wife's Range Rover Evoque. Now, over the last, when was it happened? It happened Saturday. Over the last couple of days, the engine management light has come up on her car. So, no difference in the power, no difference in the actual driving of it. So I'm guessing it could be like a sensor, something like that. Hopefully nothing too serious. But we'll get into it. We'll plug it in, and then we'll see what's going on with the car. Also, going to need to do a service on this car, and we'll do all that today as well, hopefully, and we'll get it all sorted out. It has got a full service history, this car. It's not a salvage car. It's just a complete straight car. We bought it for her. It's got a full service history. It's got the books and all that sort of stuff, but I need to, you know, I've got my own stamp now, my Resurrect stamp for servicing, so I can just punch them all that and stuff like that. So I'll be doing her car with that, with that new stamp today. What else? I just got to wait. These cars are gonna have to wait for a couple of, at least till tomorrow. Let's just get her car done first. You know, happy wife, happy life. That's kind of my rule. I've been married for over 20 years now, so I know that you need to keep the wife happy. So that's what I need to do today, guys. So let's get it in. Let's swap it over. Let's get that out. Let's stick it on the old ramp, and let's see what's going on. Actually, that ramp, is that 2 ton? What's that Range Rover? I'll have to check. I don't know if that's going to take it. I don't know. Let's get it in. Let's have a look. Let's find out what's going to happen here. I've just forgot all about that. All right. Let's swap it over now, guys, and let's see if I can get this jacked up. Right, I've got her in. So this is the wife's car. It's the Range Rover Evoque Dynamic Plus Lux, I think, something like that. And it's absolutely fully loaded, this car. It's got cameras everywhere. There's obviously cameras here. There's cameras on the side of here. Where are they? Cameras at the front, one each side. At the back, really nice red. Looks even better when it's clean. But yeah, nice black and red. Yeah, it goes really nice, actually. Black roof, but it's got a panoramic glass roof inside, so that the actual goes right back in there. Nice seats. You can see those seats in there. Look really cool. The red and black ones. So yeah, it's a nice car. It's a really nice car. It's really done her well, actually. But we've got a problem with the engine management light. Yep, that's come up, so we need to sort that out and look into that. But she's actually thinking about getting rid of this. She's been talking about it and sort of, contemplating whether or not to sort of change it up and swap it in or change it for something. Don't know, really. I think she's kind of looking for like a BMW X6, something like that. Just a little bit bigger. This is like a little bit smaller. X6 is a little bit bigger, a bit more space, a bit more room. So possibly that. But at the minute, don't really know, what she's sort of after, but she wants to sort of swap it up. So we'll see. We'll see what she gets. Maybe I'll let you know what she gets and what she swaps it up for. But for now, we need to sort that engine out, engine management light, and give it a service. So I'll show you the light itself. It's in here. So this, like I was saying to you, this has got like a ghost alarm. So basically you can't tell that it's got an immobiliser. Yeah, it's called, it's not an alarm. It's more or less like sort of a ghost immobiliser. So basically there's no fob. You don't put a fob in here, and then once the fob's in here, it will start. And there's nothing like that. It's all done in the car. So basically, you know, I can start her up. So that's obviously just a push button like that. And as you can see, we've got the engine management light. I think it's only done about 60,000 this car. 832 miles it's done. And it's been a really reliable car. It's only had it a couple of years. But yeah, so the lights come up, we've got to sort that light out. But like I said, it's got this ghost immobiliser. And basically what happens is, it's in the actual car itself, it's built in. And as you can see, the car is started and it runs. But I can't put it in gear. So I can't take it out of in its park position because the ghost immobiliser is not allowing you to be able to put it into gear. If it's a manual, the car will not start whatsoever. But because it's an automatic, and it's one of these like sort of control dip dials, it won't come up until I put the code in. So I'll show you what I mean. Basically the code is whatever you want. You can have it up to 9 different things. So you can press anything. You can press any of these buttons. Any of these buttons will do it, yeah? Anything inside here will do it. Like even that, if you press that, if you up and down, these little flappy paddles, if you press the flappy paddles up and down, any of these buttons here, anything in this car, and you can have it up to 9 different things. So it's quite secure. Unless you know the code, you're not taking the car, basically. But I'll show you what I mean. I'll do the code now, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So bear with me. So I've done the code, and you'll see that it will flash up there in green, and it pops up. So yeah, now I can put it into gear. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But this has got like this is a dynamic model. So when I put it into that's drive, and then put it into sport mode, you see it says sport there, and then swap it to dynamic, and it changes all the dials and that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's a proper bit of kit. This is. It's really good. So down here you've got all your sort of dials here, so that when I change it, I don't know if you can see me doing that, but if I change it back to there, you can see it on the screen. It changes it back to normal. So yeah, there we go. That's kind of the car. It's got TVs in it as well. It's got like where is it? I'll quickly show you. Oh, you've got the cameras, so you can look into the cameras as well. I've got to sort the cameras out because they're not quite working properly. You can see that these two M1s seem to be alright, but these 3 here, they're not working, so I've got to change them over. But you can just go into the camera, enlarge, and then when you're sort of manoeuvring, this is underneath the wing mirror on that side. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of stuff. You can change the ambient lighting, but that's obviously just normal stuff on most cars now. Change the colour. But we had it on red because obviously it's a red interior. So yeah, I don't know where the TV is. Is the TV there? TV. This is, so you can put. It's got an actual TV into it, and then once you do this, so you can see that that's what the that's what the passenger sees, and the TV will be on, but the driver sees the normal display. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got park assist as well, so it parks itself, parallel parks into spaces, which is pretty good. But this is the main reason why we're here, guys, is we need to get this looked at and sorted out and give it a service as well. So yeah, that's enough waffle on the car. But yeah, this roof is pretty cool. You just sort of do that and it just goes right back. It's got a massive glass roof on it. It's pretty cool. It's a nice car, really, to be honest with you. I don't know really why she wants to sell it, but she wants a bit more space. So I've just got to do a few bits and pieces to it. Get the cameras changed. I'll get the cameras changed over. Give it a service and that sort of stuff. So right, that's enough of that. Let's get this. I'll go and get the machine. I'll set it up, and then I'll come back to you once we're set up, and let's see what's going on with these codes. Yeah. All right. I'll see you in a second. Right. Okay. So it's all been plugged in. Let's see what is going on with her car. Let's auto scan the whole system. Check all of them. Powertrain. Oh no. Gear shift module. Oh no. Don't say gearbox. Wow. She's got a lot of faults. How the hell could this have so many faults with it? I suppose if the battery's gone dead, or, you know, bulbs have changed and over time, and tyre pressures, and, you know, all that's still stored. It's never sort of cleared. Yeah. Keyless module. She's got a lot of codes. Look at all them. Wow. Gear shift module. That's probably the most troubling one. Invalid gear shift module history. Oh yeah, intermittent. Oh no, don't say it's gearbox. Let's just get out of it. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to do a quick erase on all these codes. Look at this, look, gear shift. 9 faults with the gear shift module. What? This has got to be stuff that's sort of, yeah, look, history, look all those histories. Lost communication with ABS code. Look at all those, look. Wow. I think I'm just going to have to delete all this, because this is just crazy, like, it's just so much. Let me do a quick erase. See what comes back. Right, okay, so the only two that will have stayed is this one, these two here. So let's find out what they say. What? Windscreen wiper. Really? Okay. Let's have a look at this one here. Driver's seat. Control module improper shutdown. Oh, these cars, they're just so clever to the bloody... I don't think he's going to race it, but we'll have a quick check, see if it'll do it. I've already tried it. Nope. Nope. It won't erase it. So, is that it? Let's find out. I don't really know if... It didn't really give me anything, did it? I know I quit erase it all, but I wanted to take all that rubbish out. And then start again. Probably needs to go for a drive. Yeah, as it come back up straight away. So, yeah, it probably needs to go for a drive to allow it to do it again. But that's mad. There's so many codes on it. I actually never really sort of checked this car, to be honest with you. I'm not gone into it and not sort of not read it with the machine. So, yeah. But I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's service the car now, and then I'll take it for a drive out and stuff, and see if it will come back and see if it makes a difference. But yeah, how mad, crazy. Right, let's jump in this service and let's work on that. We'll do an oil change, oil filter, air filter, cabin filter, check the brakes, take the wheels off, check all that side of it as well. So yeah, let's get into the service. Right guys, so yeah, it's service time and we may have an oil leak on this car. It's covered underneath there, so we're definitely losing oil from somewhere. So I'm going to take this cover off and yeah, start pulling things apart, taking things off, and then just getting all that off. Let's see what's going on, see if we can sort this oil leak out as well whilst we're here. Yeah, just don't know what it is, but hopefully it's something simple, like a cam cover gasket. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully it's not something serious, like a oil seal from a main engine part on the block or something. Do you know what I mean? If it's something like that, I won't be able to do today, but I will try and do the if it's something a little bit easier. But it's all warmed up. I've just warmed her up so that the oil is nice and hot. So yeah, it's just a case of taking that plate off underneath, getting the oil dropped, and then start doing the service on it. So let's set you up and let's go for it. Right, okay, guys. So I've just drained the oil, and I've just been looking around the car, and we have got an oil leak. Quite a bad one, to be honest with you. And it's not coming from the cam cover gasket, which I thought it was going to be at the top there, but it's not. This engine is not a Range Rover, Land Rover engine. This is a Ford 2-litre petrol EcoBoost, 240 brake horsepower petrol engine. Yeah, so this is a Ford engine, and they put these in all sorts of Mondeos, C-Maxes, Cougars. They put them all in those kind of cars. And we've got an oil leak. So it's not coming from the cam cover gasket. It's coming from between this and the head. And that part there is the vacuum pump right here. This is the vacuum pump, and this is the high pressure fuel pump here. So I think I've just been looked online, and they're saying that obviously, you know, best practice really is to sort of change these both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this down, take these two off, and get the parts ordered. Hopefully they can come to me today from the part. Even though this is, you know, it is a Range Rover Evoque, but it's a Ford engine, so it's a lot cheaper to go to Fords and get the parts from them. So I'll give them a call and see if they can bring them out to me from, I think it's Parts Direct or Parts something. It's a Ford parts place, but it's not a direct dealer place, and they sort of bring them out to get parts and stuff. So that's what's got to happen on this, because it's quite bad. It's quite bad. It's underneath as well. It's leaking down. You can see it's quite thick. So that definitely needs some attention. And whilst I've got this sort of stripped down, this and that sort of stuff, I thought let's just get it stripped down. Let's get these two off and let's change it. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. I need to do that first. I need to strip this down. So I'll set you up. You can see me do that. Let's get these off, and let's get this done first. What a palaver, but it could have been worse. At least it's up here on top. You know, it's on top of the engine. At least it's here. There's plenty of access. We can undo the stuff and that and get them all off. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do that. Right, okay, that's the vacuum pump off. Yeah, and it was a little bit sort of oily down the bottom there, and I just cleaned them up, sprayed some stuff down there, just get a good clean up. Yeah, while we wait for the parts to turn up for this, I'll show you the vacuum pump. So this is the vacuum pump, and that's the seal. That's obviously just, it's completely flat to the actual head. And it just, yeah, it's just leaking oil down. It obviously sits like this. and the oil was just dripping down. So it's that gasket here that needs doing. So that's what's on the way. We have to change this over, and then we can carry on with the service. So yeah, there we go. Right, I'm going to carry on with the high pressure fuel pump. Let's get this one off as well. Might as well change them both while we're here. I think the parts, this one and this one, including the VAT, was £25 direct from Ford's. So yeah, might as well do that one as well. So let me get this one off, and then we'll have a look at that as well. Right guys, so that's the high pressure fuel pump off as well, and yeah, you can see that it's got like a gasket around it, and again that one was flat inside, so it's worth changing this one on this whilst I'm doing it. That's the other one over there. So yeah, get these two done. And then that should stop that oil leak, definitely. But it was definitely oil, you know, it's quite a lot of oil coming out and going down. So I'm glad that I'm doing it now, definitely. So just waiting for the parts now. Do the cabin filter, which is in here. And these Range Rover Evoques, they're down here underneath here. Underneath there is the cabin filter, so I'll change that over, get that done, and then yeah, I just need to wait for the parts. Might put the bung underneath the oil sump plug. I'll put that back up as well, so that's all done. And yeah, cool. Took me a couple of hours, but yeah, I got there in the end. I'll have a search around to make sure everything else is obviously all right as well. Check all the other bits and pieces. So there we go. Right, I'll come back to you in a bit when the parts turn up, guys. Right, guys, I am back from getting the parts. Let me show you what I got. So, got the two gaskets that we need. One for the that's the high pressure. This one's the high pressure. No, this one's the high pressure fuel pump, and this one is the vacuum pump. So yeah, and it cost me £24.49 from Ford's. I did phone Range Rover, Land Rover, and they wanted £125 for these two. Absolutely crazy, but it's just because, you know, it's registered to them basically. You know, it's a Land Rover, it's a Range Rover Evoque. So, but it's a Ford engine. So there you go. But there's going to be a few people going, well, how did you go to Ford's and get the parts for this car if Fords don't know this car? This is a Range Rover. It's come from Land Rover, Range Rover. How did I do it? So, this is how I did it. So, I found out, and I know, that this engine is a 2-litre EcoBoost, 240 brake horsepower engine, petrol. So, what I did was, went on eBay, found the same engine, 2-litre EcoBoost, and it matches exactly what I've got. The engine matches. So, what I did was, I used, obviously, the number plate, and I gave Ford's that number plate and told them I need these two gaskets. So that's how I did it. just any car, any car on there, as long as the engine matches, it don't matter what car it was. Could have been a Cougar, could have been a Focus, as long as it was the 2 litre EcoBoost, and at that age as well. It was a 2012, which is the same as what the Range Rover Evoque is. To be honest with you, it's 2012. As long as it's the same engine, the parts will match with that registration. So there we go. That's how I did it. So now it's a case of just put it all back together. And yeah, I've already done the oil. I've done the oil filter underneath. That's all done. I've topped the oil up as well. So we're a good point. And then once I've run it a few times, I'll test the oil to make sure it's topped up well. This needs a good clean, this engine bay as well. But I'll set you up, guys. Let's put this back together and let's get this car, let's get her car running and she can have it back. So yeah, I'll set you up, guys, and let's do this. Right, guys, there we go, all done. I've just warmed her up as well, so all up to temperature. And yeah, it's all good. Obviously the light's not come up, the engine management light's not come up at the minute, but you know, that still might come up with an issue, but I need to drive it about a little bit and yeah, see what happens. But for now, I think we're kind of there. I've still got Paul outside. He's doing some dents. You can see him out there. Look, that's his van. So if any of you guys need any sort of work done in the Essex area, he might push out to London a little bit, but mainly sort of the Essex, the whole of Essex, that really it'll cover. Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's doing the 2 cars. He's just finishing off he's done the red one, the Peugeot. He's just finishing off the Fiat 500. So yeah, if you guys need any work done, give him a call. You can see his number on the side of the van there, like this. Yeah, he's just over there finishing up the Fiat. So there we go. Right, that is going to be the end of today's video, guys. But I'm glad that's done, because that was there's a bit of a that was leaking quite badly when it comes to oil. So she can have her car back now for a little while, until she wants to sell it. So yeah, I'll have to clean it all up and then put it up for sale when she wants to swap it. But she wants to look for one, a salvage one in the auctions. We'll look for like just a slightly bigger one than this, maybe even a Range Rover Sport. I don't really know, or a Range Rover Valet, I think it's called, which is a slightly little bit bigger, slightly bigger boot. So yeah, but no rush, because you know, she's happy driving it, but she just wants a little bit bigger space. So there's no rush. We'll hold out, wait for the right car, and then we can sort of just purchase. I can purchase the car. I could be fixing it up, and then once it's fixed, then we can sell this, and then we'll swap it over. So, but it's a lovely car. It's a lovely car. It's a lovely colour. When it's all clean and polished, this sparkles and looks so nice. So. And obviously being a 2-litre petrol Ford engine, reliable. It's not a Range Rover engine, it's a Ford engine. So it's got its good points, and it looks pretty smart in the black and red. So there we go. That's another job done. Tomorrow, or the next video, is going to be back on the other cars. We're going to be sort of putting those back together, putting those back on like an MOT, and sort of getting bits and pieces done on the other 2 cars, because the Peugeot's done. So and I'll be looking for some more this week as well, on the auctions, see what comes up. I've got to look for a car for a mechanic down the end. He wants me to search and look for a car for him, because he's got that old van. I think I showed you. It's a white Transit Connect. It's a brand new van, but it ain't got an engine. So basically he wants me to try and source a car so we can take the engine out, because that van is going to be, an engine's got to go in the van, then that's going to South Africa. So it doesn't need to be anything special. It doesn't need to be a new engine. It just needs to be an engine in it. As long as it's running and driving, and then he's happy with that. So that's it, done. So there we go. I've got a sign made up as well. That's going to go on the front of the workshop. I can show you that. I've got to pick that up over the next couple of days. It is ready, but I just ain't got time to go and pick it up, to be honest with you. But I'll pick it up when I can, and we'll put it on the wall, see what it looks like. But for now, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I really appreciate the support. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Really, really helps. So see you on the next one.